Hello everyone. So in today's video I'm going to show you color mixing of some common colors in our palette, like this burnt umber. We use them for brown, and yellow ochre, a brownish yellow shade, a yellow with a little bit of brown in it, and something like turquoise. Not exactly turquoise, I'll be doing some pastel kind of turquoise. So let's see them. Okay, let's move on to the mixing part. Instead of palette, I am using a whiteboard to show you the color mixing. You can also use a palette. Firstly, I'll be showing how to mix yellow ochre. For that, I am taking 1 part of cadmium red and I'm adding 2 parts of medium yellow color to it, and we need more yellow. Actually, it's a yellow shade, a yellow with a bit of brown. That's yellow ochre, and I'm giving a pinch of black to it. Okay, there's a lot of black, so I'm going to wipe off a little bit. We need just a little bit of black. More black makes your color more duller and darker. A little bit of extra black will make the entire shade darker. So now I'm mixing it. Let's mix it. Okay, we are getting a brown shade actually. This is a bit darker, so I'm adding about 1 part of white, or more than 1 part, a little bit more than 1 part of white. Now mix it. Okay, you can see that yellow showing up when you make it lighter. We need more yellowish shade, so I'm adding more medium yellow and I'm mixing it. Gradually add more yellow till you get the desired shade. You can simply make yellow ochre by mixing medium yellow with a little bit of brown actually. If you are in a hurry, you can try that well also. I haven't tried that. I'm adding more and more yellow till I get that shade. We need a lighter shade, so add white and then mix. And here's our yellow ochre shade. I'm giving you a swatch of it. Okay. The second color I'm going to mix is burnt umber, that dark brown color. For that, I am mixing 1 part of cerulean blue with 1 part of cadmium red, and I'm mixing it. While choosing red and blue, you should be very careful. You should choose that exact shade. If you use crimson red instead of cadmium, the color may vary. So beware of that. Seems like there is a lot of blue in it, so we'll be adding more red. It's cadmium red. Gradually add more red till you get brown shade and that blue disappears. What we have got here is that darker shade of burnt umber, so I have add white to it to get that exact brownish burnt umber shade. I see a grayish blue shade, so I'm adding more red to it to make it more brownish. You can also add white based on how lighter you need. Okay, then more red to it. You can see how brown it becomes when we add more and more red to it. I need a bit lighter shade of this, so I'm adding white. You can skip it if you need this shade of burnt umber. It's exactly a dark shade of brown, but sometimes I need a lighter one for my paintings. So here I have burnt umber shade, so I am summing it up. First I have mixed one part of cerulean blue with one part of cadmium red, and then I gradually added more red and white to it to get this shade. And this is how the swatch looks like. See how dark it is? You can add more red and white if you need. The next color I'm going to mix is turquoise color. It's green and blue shade. I'm always confused whether it is a bluish green or a greenish blue. Anyways, for that I'm taking a lot of white and one part of viridian hue and a pinch of Prussian blue. So about the confusion I've mentioned before, it's clear now. It's a lot of green and a little bit of blue, but it's always called turquoise blue. So I think it's because this green we are adding is viridian and it has got a lot of blue in it. Maybe that's why. So I'm adding a little bit more of my Prussian blue because I have got a lot of green here. It's actually turquoise blue that I need. I'm adding more Prussian blue. So I should conclude that it's actually a greenish blue color. So here it is. Here you have the turquoise color, and it's actually a pastel color of turquoise. If you need the darker one, you can decrease the quantity of the white you add first, or add more of viridian and Prussian blue. Okay, I love the pastel one. Anyway, the next color I'm going to mix is cyan color. I know it's not a common color in our palette, but it sounds interesting, so thought of sharing it. For making cyan, we first need to make light green shade. For that I have added white and a little bit of sap green to it. You should be very careful while using the green because that patch you can see near the turquoise color is made by mixing white and viridian hue, and it turns out to be another green. And the light green you make for cyan should be by mixing white, sap green and a little bit of lemon yellow. It's about 1 part of light green, and to that I'm adding 3 parts of light blue and mix it. Cyan is a mixture of light blue and light green actually. It's a beautiful color, somewhat similar to turquoise, but it has its own proportion. We have to add 2 pinches of cerulean blue to it. Okay. I'm adding the second pinch of cerulean blue and again mixing. As I have told earlier, cyan has light blue and light green in it. I'm adding more lemon yellow so that we get more green in the blue. We need more light blue, so 1 part of light blue. So we have our shade here. It is somewhat similar to our pastel turquoise, but it's different, see? So the next color we are going to mix is brown. Brown can be obtained by mixing red, yellow and blue in same proportion. So I'm taking 1 part of lemon yellow and 1 part of cobalt blue and 1 part of scarlet red. You shouldn't use crimson red because it may turn out to a violet burgundy shade. So for brown you should use scarlet or vermilion red and then mix them. And this is how the brown looks like. Next color is purple. Purple can be obtained by mixing crimson red and cobalt blue in equal ratio. So here I am taking 2 parts of crimson red and 2 parts of cobalt blue and mix them. The shade we get by mixing these will be a darker purple shade. I'll show you a swatch of it. To show the exactness of the shade, I'm making it a bit more lighter by adding white. So we will get a lighter purple shade. Okay, let's swatch it. In the next color, I am going to check what happens if I use scarlet red instead of crimson red. As I have told earlier, the shade of red and blue matters in such mixing. So if the shade of red changes, the entire color may change. So I'm using scarlet red. I've taken 2 parts of scarlet red and I'm adding 2 parts of cobalt blue and I'm mixing it. So the ratio is same, the blue is same, just the red is different. In the previous one we have used crimson red and now I have used scarlet red. Okay, let's see what shade we get. As you can see, we didn't get the purple here, we got a burgundy like shade. And let's swatch it, we can see the difference. See, there is a brown touch in it. It's not a purple at all. I would like to swatch the lighter shade of this one also. So I have added 1 part of white into it and mix. So you can see the difference in the lighter shades more. So the lighter shade is no more a burgundy shade. See, it's more like a brown. What should I say? I don't know. Burgundy is more of a reddish tone into this. So this is a dull shade that we have got. So you should be very careful while choosing the colors for mixing. I've just shown the case of red. You should also be careful with the green, whether it's sap green or viridian hue or emerald green or cobalt blue or Prussian blue. So I would like to experiment more with this shade. I'm trying to make that rich red wine shade out of it. We can get it by adding more red and blue. So I'm adding 1 part of red. It's scarlet red. And more blue. It's cobalt blue. I'm adding another part of scarlet red. Okay. So I have added 4 parts of cobalt blue, 5 parts of scarlet red and 1 part of white to get this red wine shade. Okay, that's it for this video. We'll be coming up with more. These are the colors we have mixed.